So what did happen to that last vlog? I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know. It started out really fucking strong. And I'll probably still release it in pieces now, but it started out really strong and then I like got sick. But it's just been like loopy times, every single week, loopy times. I've been here for 4 weeks, loopy times, every single week, bruh. And here's the thing, I'm really trying not to like think about how it's been ridiculousness a lot, because let's get something straight, okay? I'm diagnosed depressed and anxiety, okay? I have depression and anxiety disorders. That does not make me an unhappy person. Point blank, period. So sometimes I have to really take a step back and be like, is this really what's happening or am I having a moment? So today is a beautiful, gloomy Tuesday, and on Tuesday, books get released. So I'm really excited. I'm gonna go to Barnes & Noble and get The Ballad and Dagger by Daniel Jose Older and The Marvelers by Danielle Clayton. So I'm like super stoked. I've been waiting since she announced that she got that book deal. I'm just super excited. I'm super excited for it. It's middle grade, it's, you know, magical houses, magical school. I love that trope and I will love that trope until the day I fucking die. Ballad and Dagger, I have no idea what it's about. I don't need to know. The man can write. I'm not worried about it. On top of that, it really is beautiful book buying weather. It's beautiful book bitch weather. A good overcast day, some coffee. It's gonna be a good day. I am back in the car. Great trip. I ended up getting 3 books. With the Barnes & Noble membership, they were way less than they would have been without it. And by way less, I mean like about $10 off my total. So I do advise, if you're like me and you are able to go to a Barnes & Noble with your choices of books that you read, I highly advise you get the membership. It's like 80 bucks a year, but I do go to Barnes & Noble enough to where it does pay itself off. So, and I do share it with my whole entire family. So it does end up being worth it for us. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and drive back home. I didn't do an intro for this book. Oh my God. Okay, so Homicide and Halo-Halo is the next book. First book is Arsenic and Adobo, where we follow Lila Makabakal. She is, you know, coming back home to Illinois, Chicago, and basically her family restaurant is under attack, and we go through that whole story in Arsenic and Adobo. I can't remember if I did a book wrap up for that one, but basically, so we open the story and she, Elena, and Adina are getting her new bakery up and running, but the new bakery is in the shop in which she nearly got fucking murdered in the first book. So she's having some issues with that, obviously. They're getting ready to get open. They have the shop cleaned, refurnished, redecorated, everything to kind of cleanse it, literally cleanse it spiritually as well, because Adina and Elena are smudging the place. It's just very interesting, and I'm actually really excited to see how Lila is handling everything, because at the end of the first book, you can tell she's a little bit messed up from it, but I feel like this book is already giving hints that she's gonna be like on page going through these emotions, which is really fun. I mean, not for her, but like for the reader, yeah. It's not a drill. The Book of the Month box is here. Book of the Month box, huzzah! So excited, I've been waiting for this all day. Always close your eyes. So in my book of the month, in my book box this month, I got the Hacienda. This was a pick from last month and I didn't get it and I regretted it ever since. But Kaiki, or Kaikie, I'm gonna go with Kaiki. I wanted to get this one last month, but I did not, and I've regretted it. And also a pick this month was After Parties by Anthony Vesnasso. I'm gonna correct that later if I pronounce it wrong. May he rest in peace. But this is a collection of short stories, and I really wanted to read it after reading the story behind it and the story behind the author. So I'm really excited to read this. It's gonna be a little bit heavy. Not the book, just the fact that he's passed on and is no longer with us, but I'm so excited with my takes. Okay, my place has been sprayed. I'm going to go hit up a little library and drop off some books. Can you see it? There's my little book bag. It's just a couple or a few. And then I think I'm just gonna go read in the park for a little bit. So join me. Okay, so I found my way to the little library. And here are the books that I'm going to put in. Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. I literally did not read it. It just didn't appeal to me. I read the first chapter. It didn't really appeal to me. Maximum Ride by James Patterson. Allegedly, I did read it a while ago, like way back when. I remember having neutral feelings about it. Anyway, hopefully someone else enjoys it now. Shatter Me by Tahira Mafi. Again, I know that there are people who ride or died for that series in these books, but it just didn't appeal to me. And finally, this book that I don't know how I got it, but it's called Wild: From Lost to Found on the Pacific Crest Trail. I think I got this when I was like, I'm for sure becoming a hiker bitch. Like, I'm gonna be the hikiest bitch ever. And I never became that, and that's fine. We love a girl with goals. It's another beautiful overcast day. How fun for me. So I didn't even give you an update on where I am in Homicide and Halo-Halo. So far, Lila, there's been a lot of people who are checking in on Lila. You know, they're like, how are you? You did almost get murdered, bitch. Like, are you seeking help? And she's like, yeah, I'm fine. It's very, very typical. But anyway, so the Macapagal family is once again finding themselves in the middle of an investigation, in full investigation mode. The Calendar crew, Lola Flor, Tita, Rosie. So it's all just like really fun. It's like, it's coming back to this. I found it so entertaining in the first book, and it's even more entertaining in this one. So the whole book centers around this beauty pageant, and one of the guys who's bankrolling the thing winds up mail-bailed. So basically Lila and the other character, Sana, they go on a run because Sana's like, hey, come running with me. And Lila's like, okay, great. And they go for a run and they end up coming across this body. And the body is of Rob Thomas. Thomas family is the ones bankrolling the beauty pageant. And Rob's kind of a disgusting, gross man. Like, he's disgusting. And he's hitting on underage girls. He's hitting on women his age. He's hitting on women older than him. So he's an equal opportunity grossman. So after he's seen doing all this, you know, at the first beauty pageant meeting thingy, he's found dead the next morning. And I hope all of that made sense. I know I'm kind of all over the place. Anyway, so then Bernadette, Lila's cousin, is the one that's made the primary suspect, because Bernadette, after the pageant, went to the lounge, threatened him in front of a bunch of lounge people, and then he wound up dead. Curious. I don't think Bernadette murdered him. It's too easy. It's too easy. That's how it always goes. It's too easy. So far in the story, we've not really gone and done much of anything other than have Lila semi-investigate. We don't even know what the actual detective is doing. Detective Park is revealed that Jay, the guy who had a crush on Lila in the first book, is kind of seeing Rob's wife, but not really. Like, he's not giving me much, but everyone else is like, you're fucking her, and he's like, whoa, we're just friends. But for men, that can mean anything. Isn't this angle just so flattering? Okay, so where am I right now? Right now, Lila is, oh, they just had the second like Q&A situation. So it's the first Q&A, but it's the second event for the beauty pageant. And Rob's wife, whose name I keep forgetting, she is a tough cookie. She is like, now that I'm running the company, even though it's not officially out, she's very much giving that aura. She also seems very confident. Like, honestly, I would want to be this lady's friend, but I get why she's being painted as a villain in this book. But in real life, I would want to be that bitch's friend. And Lila, I feel like Lila's having some of that as well. Sana is seeming a little suspicious to me. I think she and Rob's sister, Victoria, is that her name? I forgot. I think they boned. I think they boned. And I'm not trying to be weird about it. I think they boned. I think this was a crime of passion. But I'm not really sure. I have no clues. So I'm about as good as investigating as Lila is right now. My tongue is red because I was eating hot Cheetos. Don't judge me. Okay, so I just finished The Undead Truth of Us, and it was so unexpectedly cute. It was definitely not what I expected at all. I expected more of a literal zombie sort of situation. And when I got the arc, I was like, I don't know if I can handle like a straight up like apocalyptic situation in a book right now. But I'm so glad I didn't I'm so glad I didn't listen to my brain, because this story was more about how you heal from being brokenhearted. It's about how people affect you and how you then have to decide to forgive and address the situation, because it might not be forgiveness that you give. It might just be you addressing the situation and healing through that addressing. So because it was an arc, I don't want to give too many spoilers, but I will say Zari is a young woman. She's been having a really rough time. Her mother just passed in the beginning of the book. And when her mother was going through her, disintegration essentially, Zari kept seeing her as a zombie. So Zari is now sitting here like, oh my God, zombies are real. So even after her mother passes, Zari is seeing these people as zombies. And she's seeing random people as zombies as well. So eventually she meets a young man named Bo. Bo is sweet and he's energetic and he is a live wire, and she's kind of into him. The story pretty much takes off from there. And it's so cute. It's so cute. It's so emotional. My only request for this book, I need there to be a visual graphic novel after this. If not a full visual, like, I don't care where it's going, Netflix, Paramount Plus, wherever, I need a short form series about this, because it lends itself, you know how like Heartstopper took elements from the graphic novel and put it into the show? That's what I would like to see with this book, because it is a very visual experience while reading. I think people, unfortunately, with aphantasia might have difficulty. I'm not really sure. It depends on the level of your aphantasia. But personally, it was very cute, and it was very enhanced by these things, these visual elements, because Zari is very artistic. And she sees things, and, Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night. She sees flowers blooming when she's happy or when it's a very emotional moment and she needs comfort. She sees people's auras, and it's just very cute. I've been blabbering on and on. I don't know how I'm going to edit this clip, because it's just very cute. Again, the title is The Undead Truth of Us by Britney S. Lewis. Well done. I enjoyed it as an adult. Obviously, it did confuse the heck out of me in the beginning, because I was like, what's real here? What's real? I cannot wait to get the finished product, because I would love to have that cover on my shelves, obviously. Amazing, amazing. Loved it. You guys should definitely pre-order. It's coming out soon. Good. Chef's kiss. Picasso. This is so funny to me. Lila and her grandmother, Lola Flor, are both Scorpios. And Lola Flor is putting out the most passive-aggressive feast that she possibly could because of something that happened in the book. You'll have to read it to know why this is happening. I just finished Homicide and Halo-Halo. Another great installment for Tita Rosie's Kitchen Mysteries. I really enjoyed this book. I love how Mia writes cozy mysteries. I don't have a lot of experience with cozy mysteries, but the thing is, I really enjoy them because you don't get a lot of like gruesomeness. And this is a perfect, like, it's been an overcast week with rain and a little bit of thunder. It's been really great atmospherically to read this over the course of the week. And that's the joy of cozy mysteries. You can kind of just read them slowly, take them in slowly, and enjoy the action that's happening, as few and far in between as the action may be. So I 100% recommend this along with Arsenic and Adobo. The third title is already out and I will put it on the screen here. So at the end, they did find the killer, obviously, and it was way more insidious than I thought it would be. But that's the thing about a mystery, like, it's a killer. What are you gonna do, make them seem nice? I look forward to seeing how all of this plays out in the third book because now we have a secret child and we have a budding romance and we have, you know, the Thompson family is still there. I don't think Beth is going to become nicer over the course of the third book. I think she might get humanized a little bit more. I mean, she was humanized in this one as well, but she's a character who I love personally because she is that bitch. And I think because she is that bitch, she's gonna take a few things that happen in this book not well, and she's gonna lash out from it. So I'm really interested to see how it ties into the third book because stuff from the first book tied into this one. And I'm also just interested in like how Lila's gonna be doing. Like, what you doing, girl? In the third book, I hope that we definitely get to see her in her element in the bakery. I think that we'll see the next crime. I think the crime in the third book is definitely going to have to do with her family and friends. I think one of them is going to do it, but that's just me speculating, so no one judge me. I could be completely wrong. Anyway, highly recommend. Thank you guys for watching this vlog. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment if you're wishing to. I don't control your life. You know how it is. And I will see you guys for the next one.